What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph! I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight! Alright, we're coming back to Muse. Yes, indeed. Muse Fans Feeling You. Come on now. Here we go. A lot of people requested this, so bear with me. Let's see. This was a request by DJ Samuel Rogerio. I hope I pronounced that right. Gmon78, Alan Silva, Eduardo Traverso, John Woodbury, Can Yoldas, Abel, oh boy, Cifuentes. I hope that's, or it starts with a C, so I'm assuming it's Cifuentes. Alan Silva again. Is this a different Alan Silva or is this the same Alan Silva? I don't know, but for some reason Alan Silva's name is popping up twice in here. Don't ask me why. I could not explain it. Matthew Swan and Suki. There we go. They all wanted to see me react to this song by Muse called Citizen Erased. Now, I've done a couple of Muse reviews, or reactions, not reviews, reactions. They're really good. I've enjoyed pretty much everything I've seen and heard from them. Now, a lot of people in the comments are saying the same thing, so I kind of have to listen to it a little bit. A lot of people are saying the studio versions are nice, but if you really want to experience Muse, you gotta see them live.
Do it live!
Okay, so these guys all want to see me watch this particular video, which is live. So there you go. We're gonna get some live Muse here. Let's see. This was posted by Stairway23, and this video has 9,177 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Muse, Citizen Erased, Live Zenith. Zenith the venue or the concert? I'm not sure. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
It's got a really simple riff. I mean, it's okay. For starters, they're in B, which I love songs in B, which, like, especially drop B. If it's in drop B, it's really good. Not my favorite key. I still stand true to D being my favorite key. Second favorite, I like F sharp, but B is, I mean, B is like the fourth of, well, or F sharp would be the fifth of B. It's the inverted fifth of F sharp. So, well, no, for B is the fifth of F sharp. What I'm saying is F sharp is the inverted fifth of B. No, I'm sorry, the other way around. B is the inverted fifth of F sharp. Anyway, I forget what I said. So it's a really easy riff. It's root. It's always going back to root. Always coming back to the B. So you're going B up to the octave, down to the flat 7, down to the flat 6, down to the 5, but always coming back to the B. So B octave, B flat 7, B flat 6, B flat 5. And they just keep that riff on repeat. And it's very effective. It's setting up a great pattern for the vocal delivery, which is really intelligent songwriting. I know a lot of people are going, well, the way you break it down like that, you make it sound like it's really simple. It is really simple, believe it or not. I mean, all right. It's not plugged in. It's not plugged in. I wasn't preparing on this. I've been practicing. You probably won't be able to hear this, unfortunately. But if you watch my fingers, you'll see. So you're on the B, right? You're staying on the B, going down to the flat 7, going down to the flat 6, going down to 5, back up to the back up to the octave. It's a pretty simple riff. It's a pretty easy riff. It's not hard at all. But I mean, I listened to it for like 30 seconds and I figured it out. I mean, it's not tough at all, but very effective. And like I've always said, simple can be effective when it's done properly. And this was done properly within the context of the song, setting up emphasis on the vocal delivery. So it's really intelligent songwriting. Very intelligent songwriting. Let's keep going here. Falsetto range, nice. F sharp. It's the same progression, now they're just taking a different approach. Okay, so you had a little bit of a breakdown there where you still kept the same progression going, but now they've taken a different approach to it. Now it's more of a laid-back, softer, more subdued approach. Again, very intelligent. You got this riff going, and you don't want to change up the riff. You just want to change the feel of the song. And as they demonstrated there, very possible. And it's not hard to do. You have to have the foresight to be able to do that when you're writing the song. That's all. Let's see. vocal delivery, going up into that upper register, going up into the falsetto the way he did. Normally, I'm not a huge fan of that. But in this case, A, it fit the context. B, it did bring more attention to the vocal delivery. So, I wasn't offended. It sounded good. Yeah, I mean, that was well done. It's good. It's not hooking me, but it's good. Like, I'm not hating this at all. I'm enjoying listening to it, but it's not, like, enthralling me. It's not grabbing me. It's not hooking me, but it is good. It is good. And I'm recognizing all the good things that are happening. So, let's keep going here. Take it back into the heart. I like that transition. I like that transition going into that softer, and they even slowed the tempo down. Oh, wow. That, you know what? I want to, no, I don't care. Hey, I don't care. You can play that pig noise all you want. I don't care. I'm going to go back. I want to listen to it again, and we're going to do it. It's a great transition. Tempo came down. Nice use of that ride. I love that. I hate to do that, but I have to pause, otherwise I'm going to risk getting blocked. Let me back up a little bit. Very intelligent songwriting. Wow, I mean, it's refreshing to be able to see musicians that can write songs that don't just stay in the same mode the entire time. They don't stay, the exact same beat, the exact same pattern, the exact same rhythm, the exact same Tempo, everything, the exact same all the way through. It's refreshing to see musicians that are able to modulate, and they are able to switch things up, and they are able to change the moods and change the key, and more importantly, in this case, change the tempo and bring it down to fit the context of what's happening with this breakdown, where everything came down, everything got subdued and quiet. And it's appropriate that they took the tempo and slowed it down to match. Very appropriate. Now, question is, what if they hadn't done that? What if they had brought everything down and they had stayed at the same tempo? Would it have worked? It would have worked, but it wouldn't be nearly as effective as it was with them slowing the tempo down. I'm trying to listen to this in my head. I'm trying to picture what they're doing right now, staying at the same tempo where they were. It would have worked, but this is far more effective slowing it down. So kudos to them. All right, we got about a minute to go. I shouldn't have to pause anymore. Let's go. Good stuff. Like I said earlier, I mean, it never really grabbed me, it never really hooked me, but there was some brilliant things happening here. So, yeah, this was good. This was really good. Well, there you go, folks. That was Muse with Citizen Erased. This was a request from DJ, Samuel Rogerio, Gmon78, Alan Silva, Eduardo Traverso, John Woodbury, Can Yoldas, Abel Cifuentes. Again, Alan Silva mentioned it. Now, I don't know if that's the same Alan Silva. I just accidentally put it in twice, or that's a different Alan Silva. I don't know. But I'm going to mention it again anyway, just to be on the safe side. Matthew Swan and Suki. Okay. I'm going to give a score, and it's going to leave some people scratching their heads, I'm sure. But hear me out once I give the score. I think Muse fans are going to be happy. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.7. Yep, 8.7. I feel great with that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
I'm going to start off by saying I don't have to be in love with the song for it to get a great score. Okay? I don't have to love the song in order for that to happen. I did enjoy the song. It was good. I enjoyed listening to it. I don't regret it in any way, shape, or form. And the entire time I was listening, I never once was looking at the clock going, oh God, when's this going to end? No, I enjoyed the performance thoroughly. It was fun. The song itself just didn't grab me. It didn't hook me. I would not put this on a playlist. But I do recognize that it was a well-written, well-executed song. Really well-written song, if you want to talk about it. Let's talk about the structure of the song. There were so many parts in this song where and here's the thing, when I say the word changed, I mean more like took a detour, but it always came back. Like, okay, so you had the intro, you had the first verse where you had that rockin', you know, the pattern that I showed you, staying on the B, going up to the octave, and then going down to the minor 7, the minor 6, and then the 5, but always coming back to the root, always using the root as a bass, you know? So, 1, 8, 1, 8, 1, 8, 1, 8, 1, 7, 1, 7, 1, 7, 1, 7, 1, 6, 1, 6, 1, 6, 1, 6, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, back up to 8 again, but always coming back to that root note. That was cool in itself. Then, when they got to the chorus, it changed, into a pre-chorus. But then coming out of the pre-chorus and coming out of the chorus, it went into a breakdown. We'll call it breakdown number 1, okay? Where the mood came down, a little subdued. Not totally subdued like the second breakdown did, but more subdued. Tempo stayed the same, just the feel of the song just came down. Then, after that breakdown, we went right back into that rock and feel again, like the verse. Back to the 1-8, 1-8, 1-8. Pre-chorus, chorus. Then we go into breakdown number 2. Now, this is where everything came down, including the tempo, which I still think was extremely intelligent of them to do, because you talk about a flip on the song. Boy, it totally flipped. It flipped, but without sounding like a completely different song. It still stayed in context of what was done prior. The chordal progressions, it didn't change key, it didn't change time signatures, the tempo slowed down, the mood and tone of the song came down, but that's all that happened. Subtle, yet significant. And that's hard to describe, but that's the only way I can describe it. No, very intelligent structure, very intelligent songwriting. Instrumentation-wise, that drummer has got a great understanding of how to use cymbals. When the breakdowns happened, kick drum completely out of the equation. He kept the song going with the ride, and so cool. I mean, that's all he was really doing was that ride. He hits a couple of the cymbals every once in a while for a little color, a little fill, but for the most part, it was all ride. No kick, no snare, no toms, nothing else. Purely cymbals. And he was able to do it in a way that was driving the song forward, using the ride, using a couple other cymbals every once in a while for filler, but not to the point, and this is where a lot of people make the mistake when it comes to cymbal usage, without being overbearing, without the cymbals just crashing and ringing and burying everything else. No, he did it subtly, prominent in a way, so that he was able to keep the tempo going with the ride, but in the back. Not overbearing, not taking over, just I'm here, follow me, and we'll get through this together, and that's very cool. Very intelligent cymbal usage, great understanding of how to use cymbals properly. Bass player, I could, believe it or not, I could actually hear him a little bit. I would have personally, of course, me being bassist, I would have liked to hear more of him, but the fact I could hear him at all in the mix is good enough for me. Really nice, solid, nothing fancy. A lot of unison lines, especially in the verse where they were doing the progression. Nothing wrong with that. I was just noticing. Guitar work, driving the song melodically, very cool. The piano at the end, I dug it. I dug it. It fit. It fit the context of what was happening. Everything coming down, everything being subdued. If they were to do that same thing on guitar, I don't think it would have worked as well. So doing it on piano, smart move. Vocally, his delivery, really well done. Really well done. Good, strong voice. Not head voice, chest voice. Really strong chest voice. Now, when he went up into falsetto, I know this about him from listening to a couple of the other songs. His falsetto, it's a little thin. It's a little thin. It's not a full-blown falsetto. Now, whether he does that on purpose, because here's the thing. It's thin, but it's not weak. It's strong. It's a very prominent falsetto, and he has great dynamic control over his falsetto. He's able to go really quiet and really soft with it, but supported, but then out of nowhere it swells up into this crescendo of volume while staying in falsetto. So he has great dynamic control. So that makes me wonder, is he making his falsetto thin on purpose? Is he intentionally pinching it to make it sound thin on purpose? Is he able to have a full falsetto sound. I think he can. I don't think he's doing that thin falsetto because that's all he can do. I believe he does it like that on purpose. Anybody who has dynamic control over their falsetto the way that he does, being able to swell crescendo and decrescendo and crescendo even more and decrescendo, I mean, such great dynamic control. I have a hard time believing that it's thin like that naturally. I believe he's making it thin like that on purpose for the sake of context within the song. Smart, very smart, because it does fit. It does fit. I'm not complaining about the thinness. I'm just, again, making the observation of it is a little thin, but I'm wondering, the more I think about it, the more I'm starting to believe that he's doing that on purpose. So, fantastic job. Last thing I want to say is, obviously this is one of their more popular tunes, because when they were doing all the feedback and lead into it, but when they actually kicked into the song, the crowd came alive. Like, the energy level from the crowd jumped like 60%. Like, everybody went, hey! So clearly this is one of the more popular songs. As a performer, I can tell you, whenever you play a song that is a crowd favorite, it feels good, because getting that kind of a crowd response, it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling. So, obviously, that's always a plus, though. Yeah, 8.7. Like I said, I don't have to necessarily love the song for it to get a great score. I see what happened. I recognize what happened. I acknowledge what they did, and it was great. And that is why they're getting the 8.7. It'll never make it on a playlist. I can guarantee you that. But if it came on and I heard it, I wouldn't change the channel. So, 8.7, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you'll enjoy the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you did enjoy the show and you'd like to see more videos like this, feel free to join the fan base by clicking on that button down there. Yeah, you know the button I'm talking about. Click on that button, join the fan base, and become one of us. Now, for whatever reason, if you don't feel like clicking on that button, that's okay. I still respect you. Also, if you did enjoy the video, please feel free to give the video a thumbs up. It will do me a world of good, and it will do you absolutely no harm whatsoever. Finally, if you guys do join the fan base, you will find a bell down there that you can click on. By clicking on that bell, it'll keep you up to date on everything happening with this channel, including when new content gets dropped. So, if you want to stay in the know, click on the bell, and you'll stay in the know. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Until next time, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.